Okay, this was a requested video about insecure men, and one of my followers, she wanted me to speak about this, so this one's for her, yeah? First things first, insecure men are not harmless. I hate this narrative about, oh, just leave him, he's just insecure. Oh, he's just an insecure guy. Insecure people, insecure men on this topic, are not harmless because they damage people, they destroy people, and they destroy people who make them feel inferior. They destroy people who make them feel insecure, and they destroy people who make them feel like they can't measure up. That's first things first. Secondly, you need to understand insecure people like to make other people insecure. Why? Because misery loves company. Someone's issues should not be your issues. If someone doesn't love themselves, that doesn't mean you should allow them to make you not love yourself. Now, here's the point I'm trying to make with this, yeah? Misery loves company, and a lot of insecure people are miserable. How do you get more company? If I make you feel bad about yourself, then that makes me feel good about myself. One thing a lot of girls or women need to understand, yeah, a lot of men do not love themselves. And they don't love themselves because they might not be in the position they want to be in life. Do you understand? At the same speed and at the same level, there's a lot of men that don't know how to filter out their pain. They don't know how to filter out their aggression. So what do? They take it out on the people around them because it's easier. Do you understand? Screaming at someone when you're having a bad day is easy. Hurting someone when you're having a bad day is easy. If you go around putting other people down to put yourself up, do you really feel that good about yourself? I don't need to, bro. Do you know how many guys I walk through the streets here, or men I've been around? And like I said, like when I used to cage fight and stuff like that, and I used to box and stuff like that, yeah? I know I could kill the average man with my hands. Am I gonna walk up to the average man and say, I could kill you? I could beat you up? Why? I don't gain anything from that. You see what I'm saying? And that's one thing you need to understand about insecure people. If a person goes out their way to put you down, that is their truth. It does not need to be your truth. Does that make sense? Someone could say, you're ugly, but that's the only person calling you ugly. If you're a woman and one man is putting you down and making you feel bad about yourself, but when you step out on the street, no one else says that about you, does that make his words valid? Really and truly? How can one person be saying something, but no one else agrees with them? Do you know what we call that around here? That's a mad person. And as you lot already know, I don't chat to mad people. I don't associate with mad people. That is called mental health. Do you understand? So if you're a young girl or a young woman and some little idiot is putting you down and making you feel bad about yourself, forget him. Do you understand? Leave him. Like Blacker once said to Macca Diamond, left him. Well, he didn't say that. He said bun him. But I don't encourage cheating. So I'm going to say left him in this certain circumstance. Okay? Yeah. So just leave. Imagine one person is telling you you're rubbish at football, or one person says your makeup's ugly, but when you go on the road, everyone else doesn't agree. That is that person's problem. And you don't have to be around that person. So if you're a young girl, never make some little clown or some little idiot make you feel bad about yourself. Why? You're stunning, you're gorgeous. You need to walk around with that energy. And also, when it comes to men who listen to their friends all the time, is that really a man you want to be with? He doesn't even have the strength and the courage to stand up to his friends on your behalf. If his friends are rubbing you out and he's listening, that says a lot about him. Because furthermore, a lot of friends secretly want you, but they're just trying to rub you out, so he walks away and they move to you on a slide. That's how I listen. Let's say I like fat things. I like fat things. What? Do you think any of my brothers could say, oh, this guy only likes fat things. Why do you like fat things? Why do you care what I like? If I like lamb but you like chicken, why the hell do you care that I like lamb? It's none of your business. Do you understand? Like what you like and move how you move. No young girl or no young woman deserves to feel ugly because some little idiot doesn't feel good about himself. So yeah, I depart with that, yeah? That video there, that one's for you. Northwest 10, the book out now. Check the link in the...
Boy, I can't stand no insecure man, bro. This how y'all insecure dudes be acting when y'all be in relationships or y'all see a girl y'all like. This the type of shit y'all be saying right here. Like, why do you always like that guy's post? Like, every time he comes up on your FYP, like, you like his post. Like, what is it about him? Huh? That's it. That's the post. Like, you don't even know him. He's, like, not even real. Like, dude, like, stop it. Like, you never like my post, but every time he comes up, you like his post. And who are these guys on your page? Who are these guys? Like, these comments, like, you get a lot of comments. Like, do you know these guys personally? Like, did you go to school with them? And matter of fact, why didn't you tell them about us? Why don't you tell them about us? I mean, we've been dating for 2 weeks now. Don't you think people should know that we're a thing now? Like, why don't you just let them know I'm here? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you went out with your girlfriends, who else was there with you? Like, you didn't run into none of your exes? Like, what'd you wear? Why'd you wear that? That's too tight. You must wanted all them dudes to be all up on you. You must have just wanted some attention. See, that's why I don't be letting you go out by yourself. Why did you post the picture that you sent to me? That was for me. That wasn't for them. That was for me. When are you going to start sending pictures just for me? You never ever do anything for me, but you're always on your social media, making sure everybody can see you, talking about good morning, beautiful, your positive and manifestational messages, but you never send me anything for myself.
Problem with dating insecure men is that they never will admit that they're insecure. They're never self-aware enough to be like, okay, I have this work to do in this particular area because I don't feel great about myself. No. Instead, what they will do is they will come into your life presenting that they think that they're 10 out of 10 when they really think they're a 6 out of 10. And then they will slyly try to knock you down a couple pegs to a point that they feel more comfortable with you existing at. And that is what makes them insane, because they have to do it on the low. They have to do it on the sly, because otherwise you'll clock that they don't actually think that they're as good as they present. And that's what makes them dangerous, because 1 minute everything's fine, 1 minute you know you're that girl, and then the next minute after this man's come into your life, you're questioning yourself. You don't feel great about yourself. You don't think you're that pretty. You don't think you're doing that much. You're this, you're that. All the stuff you used to do, you think you're doing too much now. Listen, it is a scheme, okay? It is a scheme. Okay, to come to you with the BS. You need to be aware, of when men talk more than they do, talk more than they act, shoulders are higher than what they actually have, okay? Like, you need to be able to suss out men who are clearly insecure about their life. Not to say that men cannot have insecurities. People have insecurities, okay? Everyone has insecurities. That doesn't make you an insecure person, okay? The same way you will have bad traits, you might have flaws, it doesn't make you a bad person. So you need to be able to suss out the difference. Men can have insecurities, but we're not dating insecure men, because they are mad, okay? They are mad, they are dangerous, they are harmful, and they don't know that they are. Those are the most dangerous people to date. People who are harmful in ways that they don't even know. Because how do you control that? How do you rein that in? You don't.
So I'm wanting to talk about something that I'm starting to see a lot of men picking fights with their woman, picking fights because she's pretty, picking fights because other men want her, picking fights because she's goal-oriented. And I'm starting to realize that a lot of these relationships, your partner is your competitor, in a lot of terms, a hater. So I have to ask you, why are you mad? It's as if you're needing her to make you feel secure within your insecurities. And I can be a little more understanding if your needs weren't being met, and that's the reason why you're picking a fight. Maybe you're anxious, or you're depressed, or you're deprived of sex, or work is kicking your butt or something like that. But you're picking a fight because the baddie that you chased is still bad. And it doesn't make any sense to me. And y'all gonna have to sit this one out, because that's a tragedy for you to lose a woman because you can't cope with your own insecurities. You can't even address that. And what pisses me off a lot from what I see is that y'all make women become insecure by all of that nagging and stuff that you do because she's pretty and she's good looking and she's goal oriented. And honestly, that's weak-minded to me, to cause someone to become insecure by you trying to find security from them to address your insecurities, if that makes sense to you. How you gonna be her lover and a hater? Like, how do you have competition within your own relationship? Aren't you supposed to be in a relationship to build one another up? So if you have self-esteem problems and you don't know your worth and everything else, why did you even jump into the relationship? So at this point, now this woman has become your security blanket, huh? And that's not how it's supposed to be. It's okay to find maybe safety within this person. I don't even want to say safety. Maybe they can be your safe haven, but you're making this person become your security blanket. You don't like the fact that she dresses nice. You don't like the fact that she wears her hair a certain kind of way because it makes you jealous, because you know other people are going to be looking at her, right? And now she has become responsible for your insecurities. And that's really actually horrible, to make a woman have to change her appearance and change the way that she dresses and the way that she looks and the way that she talks or her stance or everything else to respond to your insecurities. Like, you're mentally and emotionally exhausted because you're controlling.
This is a really great question. I don't think I've ever really gotten this type of question, but what I will say is this, okay? Most men are not going to be openly vulnerable to a woman, okay? And I feel like it's because society has forced us to not be vulnerable, and, you know, we got to suck it up. We got to, you know, we can't show our insecurities. We can't show our downfalls, our struggles. We got to just suck it up, keep it moving. We can't talk it through, whatever, right? And I get that, you know what I mean? Like, as a man, I understand, you know, going through life, learning and overcoming your struggles and not playing the victim, right? Because I myself have been through a lot as a man, and it's made me have thick skin, and it's made me into the man that I am today. However, I do also think that men need to be vulnerable, okay? And especially if we're talking about with their woman or their partner, and, you know, talk about their insecurities and what they're dealing with their partner. But they can only do that if you provide them a safe space of security to be able to do that, and they trust you, and you're not going to use that against them and use that to emasculate them. So provide that type of safe space for them to be able to be vulnerable with you, and they can share their insecurities with you. That's how you truly, I feel, support